So friends, today we have a really fascinating adventure to the world of tattoos. So here we have my friend, the fucking very moment to forget my friend's name. So we have Vita here and I'm with you. Okay, so today we're gonna make tattoo. Oh, by the way, here you can see my previous work with dragon and palms and everything. So the talk not about Vita and about, we'll have two parts. The first you can see right now, you're watching this, and we will talk about sharpness in tattoo. So for my opinion, I think to show the all quality of the picture on skin, that is really difficult. So one really important moment, that is sharpness. They should be somewhere really smooth and facility, and one color flow into another one. And some moments it should be cut with, really sharp border there. So I'll show you and describe everything and explain you why and how I do that and why these moments are really important about that. So about softness I'm going to talk you about. So I have another one, so here you can see that link for gradient and other stuff. So here another information that is not actually linked with that. So I'll show you all practice moments here. Instead of others, I really want to appreciate Vita, because Vita always helped me with interesting projects. So he always asks me to do what I don't want to do with others, because it's really difficult to do that with people who don't want to. He does new school as I do, so I give you all the links. I will be very, very happy if you support him and asking for tattoo. For the beginning, I'd like to just outline everything without any kind of explanation and just outline it, and because last session, it was really long, so we only did sharp outlines, and now I just want to outline it all and show you everything. So I did much more. I colored some paints to show you literally how we'll do that. So here we have these parts I'll cover it. We have really cold, gray parts here that flows into warmer color, and they really lose that coldness here and coming into something red and more orange here. So we need to show you the same effect there, where the gradient flowing into something warmer. So I'll do that, the same thing with this curve here. How can we do that? We should rate, do I have this gradient or any tints there? So if you have something really dark or something bright, we should start with something darker, because if you do dark tints later, it will really spoil everything bright there. So, and you can easily color it up, on top of it, and it won't actually spoil, and it's really easier to do that gradient softer. It won't spoil it much more than you do when you color and start from the bright. So here we have that dark curve here, dark border corner, that flowing into a really bright color. So we'll start from here, from the dark. So the first color is really cold, it's really dark, it's something gray with black, so we're going to flow it to some darker tint, mix it with others, and do that really, like patient and slow. I do that like whip shading here, but just because it's really, thin line here. So I can really color it like here with circle moves, but I really need to color it like that, flying out like I do with whip shading. So I can actually take that gray and overpaint it with orange here. So this part will be really dirty, just swamp of porridge, just orange covered with gray, blue, will really like have a swamp texture. You will have all pixels here, and it will be really visible and not actually beautiful. So and actually we need to avoid that. So firstly, if that gradient really let us not to go with wide or broad, So does it really frame? I don't need to wash that tip here. I have some, remains of the previous color, and I'll add the next color I need here. So I'll try to red it out. So actually orange and blue are not really, we cannot actually mix them. That is not actually blue, that is gray. So these two are really look good with the red between them. So I need to use the red between them to mix them tight, without any kind of sharpness. So I don't need to put that one, I need one darker, not to do the darkness scattered. So I take some and mix it with the previous color with new one. So I can actually wash it out and take some red to the clean tips. So I don't need that to be like any errors there. So I want to do that like more, something more purple. So it's really easier to mix purple with something gray here, so this transition will be invisible and you cannot actually notice it even if I'll show you that closer. So for now I want to wash it out and take the red, and probably I'm not sure that I want it the same dark, maybe I'll mix it with that one. Maybe more red here, and then I begin to color it over. So now it's really look good with the previous one. It's because it's not actually gray, now it's more purple, so I just color it over and overflow it down there. So I just color it with usual round moves. I don't need to do any kind of dot work or whip shading here, so I just do it more, flatter here. So I don't need to do that sharp and cut like here. You don't need to take it to do that from here and go over and up. You don't need to break it all up. You just don't need to add some gradient here and move like that and add more colors. You just need to choose wisely. So that is really enough red here. I don't want to put it down more. So and every tint should be on its place. So this part should be just orange literally. So we have orange here and here orange. We need to do the transition here. So we need some place for it. Again, I can really wash it out and take that color, or maybe I'll add some next color with previous one when I just put the pedal on. So it will be really balanced, intermediate. So I can do that gradient, not that sharp, and don't want to do that, really pulled up. So maybe I'll add the same color, red with orange. It will be the same red, but warmer and brighter. Absolutely, it goes just perfect with the previous one because it has the same color in this composition. So you do that without any kind of problems here. Then I remove it and skip it and take that is color and color it over to the border of everything we got here. So for the sake what I do that, for the clear orange here in the end, be softly adjacent to red tints, because red can be actually colored over orange, but you'd better not risk and do that, through that bright red-orange color between. So now our main color, the brightest orange color here in all holes, and make the brightest objects here. Then we can highlight them. Also, I colored it over the previous colors, and sometimes I can actually go further with it, like that, but do that really quick. I don't need to color it slow, I just do that really quickly and to shade it slower and not to injure it that much. But the upper layer of skin that is actually, more easier to, it's more open for the paint, and I can do that really easier and quicker than before when clear skin used, So what do we have here? I need to wash it out. Okay, now when it's washed, you can easily see that beautiful gradient here. So fresh, so clean, so actually beautiful, without any kind of, errors here. So we have red here, just between gray and orange here. So it's better to mix them. You take that intermediate color between, your finished results and mix it with first, and intermediate with the last, and intermediate with the first one, and the main colors for the ends. That is not actually difficult to mix all those tints, because when you actually mix them with the previous colors, they don't let you do that pixelize when you connect these tints, so it's really easily to do. But that's not everything you should know. We have another moment here that is real difficult. So the very difficult moment is that sometimes you cannot actually do these thin lines bordered with outlines from both sides, and you need to do really big pictures where you need to color those gradients more, and with a lot of layers, and each time fill in the previous color and not washed out from the tips and adding some new. You cannot actually stable proportion and have the same color. So each time you will have different tints and different colors. If now we had gray and blue, and we add some red and got some purple, and how do you know that you can do the same color? So if you add more red, it's just more reddish, so with more blue it's just very cold, so you cannot do actually that really soft, and actually cannot do that really smooth. So this line here, I can really add some color to tips from that, but I don't want to be risky, so I can show you how can I work in this case. So I'll begin from this rib. I'm going to outline here and do that highlight here. Okay, we can highlight it with the gradient. So I do that as whip shading, technique here as well. So then I color another one on it, just open it onto it.